Well, I first met Joy when I was forced to arrest her father, Pop. So it was hardly the ideal circumstance, I'm sure you'll agree.
OK, so here's my question. When people say they're in love, what do they mean? And how do you really know?
Joy and I started to talk, and then I suppose the old Leonard charm kicked in there, eh?
And how come the other person feels exactly the same thing at the same time? How does this stuff work?
And you know how you do, I suppose. I just started seeing Sarge everywhere I went.
Yes.
Oh, you pulled me over for having a defective brake light. And then there was the time he called me into the station. There was questioning for, it was armed robbery, wasn't it? It was armed robbery.
Yeah, armed robbery.
And all the while we were just tumbling head over heels in love.
Absolutely and completely.
So why am I asking these questions about love? Because I was on fire. Lockie Leonard was all fired up. I was holding a flaming Olympic torch for Vicky Street. We were hot ass. Of course, this is how it should have been weeks ago, until I stuffed it up. Whatever was wrong back then was feeling better than right now. I was back in the game. Vicky and I were on together. I guess that meant it was game on. Not only that, we were drawing a crowd. And the weird thing was, the more the word got around, the more popular we became. OK, so that's what I was. I was Vicky's new boyfriend. Well, that's something. Hey, it's everything. What?
I don't want to ask you this.
What is it?
We're mates, okay? And because we're mates, people want me to ask about you and Vicky. And the ladder.
What ladder? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. The ladder of love. Step 1, holding hands. Step 10, getting arrested. What step are you guys on?
I don't know. Who's counting? Who would even care?
Look, the whole school's counting. You're front page news.
Well, you don't have to be a part of it too.
Mate, I've had people coming up to me all week. Look, I'm almost popular.
I don't know what step on the ladder we've got to. What's step 2?
I don't know. You're the one getting all the action.
Well, that doesn't make me an expert. I'm just making it up as I go along. Talk to someone who knows.
Step 1 is holding hands. Step 2 is a kiss on the lips. Steps 3 through to 10 are available to approved members only. To register, please provide your parents' credit card details in the box provided. Remember, new members will receive their very own copy of Lockie's mum's little green book.
OK, so it was becoming clear that once you're a somebody, your every move attracts attention. This was going to take some getting used to. I didn't know if I was in love with Vicky or not. I still didn't know what that meant yet. All I was thinking was, there's this awesome girl, and she likes me, over and over.
Lockie, 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 I've been thinking. It might be time I had a squiz at Mum's little green book. I'm worried my relationship with Lisa is running on the spot.
You haven't got a relationship with Lisa.
Relationships have to change, Lockie. They just can't stay the same. As soon as you start taking things for granted, the romance dies. Things get boring, and then it's over. That's why things have cooled off between Lisa and me. It's like there's a ladder that we'd been climbing together.
I know, the ladder of love.
And we'd climbed so high, then Lisa paused to look around and admire the view.
And Johnny's topped in.
I still can't believe it's true. What has Johnny's got that I haven't?
A paycheck, a car, a beard.
They're just decorations. Lockie, if I had one piece of advice from my experience, in a relationship, you can never, ever relax.
I'm bored.
And just on the off chance, do you know if Johnny sweats the bed?
Suddenly, there was a lot to think about. But at least I knew Mum and Dad were thrilled for me. Mum especially.
This is the beginning of the end, isn't it? Our little family. This is the first hint that one day there'll be someone in Lockie's life he loves more than us. He'll move out of home and visit us on Sundays. Then he'll decide we all lead such busy lives. A phone call's as good as a visit. Only we won't be busy. We'll still be sitting here. Well, you'll be reading your poetry and I'll have found something new to stress about. Is that what it means, Sarge? Sarge,
Yes?
is that what it means? Our work here is done.
Hey. Take it easy. Don't go throwing us on the scrap heap just yet.
I wish I'd never given him that little green book in the first place. Maybe I should get it back.
Maybe.
You know, just to see what page he's up to. Make sure he's not getting ahead of himself, stepwise.
Mum needn't have worried. I barely knew what the steps were. But with everyone in town wondering which one Vicky and I were on, and me needing to keep our relationship fresh and interesting, maybe it was time to refer to the user's manual. Mum's little green book seemed to start at step 25 and then shoot off into the stratosphere.
Lockie, here's your lunch. I put a couple of cupcakes in for you. Oh. I'll leave you two to, whatever it is you were doing. Good.
Good.
Good. Fine then.
Fine.
Lovely. Oh, that's good.
Okay, Lockie. You know what you have to do. Keep things fresh and interesting. So, what do you think about global warming? Terrible, isn't it?
Excuse me? You do?
Trouble was, all those pictures from the little green book had burnt themselves into my brain.
What? What's in it? Let me see.
No. Okay, the problem is... Look, whatever we do, wherever we go, we draw a crowd. So, how do we get some time on our own to advance our relationship, to keep it fresh and interesting?
I don't know. Go on a date, I suppose.
So here we were, finally, on our own, at a place suggested by Vicky. Hi. You look pretty.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm a natural-born suck. So, this is interesting. Trees. And more trees. And over there too.
Hey, there's somewhere I want to show you. It's a bit of a trek, though.
No. Cool. Let's do it.
Follow me. Just here.
What's this?
The old forts. I used to play here as a kid. They built them in the war. Come on. Are you coming?
Is it safe? Was this step 3 in the ladder of love? Going to dark, scary places alone with the girl? And having no idea what you meant to do next? I didn't know. But suddenly, I felt like it'd be good to have a crowd.
You wouldn't find this in the city, would you?
You wouldn't need to.
City people always think they're better.
Hey, Vicky, here's an idea. Let's get out of here before we slip on something and break our necks.
Yeah, fine. Whatever his lordship wants.
Hang on. Vicky, wait! Vicky! Vicky, wait! Don't run off. What's wrong?
Nothing.
That's it. Game over. She's gonna drop me like a hot potato. I'm sorry.
This was my favourite place as a kid, all right? I was going to show you, all right? I thought you might like it.
All right.
It's just, it doesn't matter.
Maybe I should go.
Oh, well, that's just great. Now you're going to dump me a second time. I don't even know what I did the first time round.
You dumped me!
That's because you lost interest in me.
No, it wasn't. It's because I'm stupid. Because I'm so totally stupid. Just ask anyone in the whole world. Okay then, this is making sense. Yeah, totally expected this.
Gee, look. You gotta learn how to relax.
You just kissed me.
Like you really meant it. Or maybe I do really mean it. Don't go thinking you're a real spunk. You're still Lockie Leonard. He can't get out of his wetsuit. And he's obviously kissed no one but his mum before.
I can do better. I promise. I just need time and practice.
Come on, let's get out of here. Did you want to come back to my place?
Okay, what do I feel like? I feel sensational, yet confused. I didn't realise you could be sliding down the ladder of love as well as climbing back up again, both at the same time. As opposed to Philip, who was in total freefall.
Do it, Philip. You have to know the truth, however terrible that may be.
Philip, how are you?
Frantic. It's a blue light disco next week. Major event. Months of planning. Were you thinking of coming? Possibly?
Philip, it was my idea. I'm running it. I'll be there all night supervising.
Of course you will. Yes. I was just checking the numbers for the punch.
You're making the punch?
Family tradition. So, just so I can get the numbers down for the punch, were you thinking of coming alone?
Yeah, I'll be going to the disco.
That's
alone.
excellent. That's, okay. Just so it's totally clear, were you thinking of leaving any spare boyfriends at home? If you have one. Do you have one, in fact?
No. Well, not really. No.
That's excellent. I'll make a note of that. No new boyfriends on the horizon.
Where are your oldies?
At the yacht pub.
So they're not here. It's just us.
Dad's showing off his new boat. It's pretty gross, hey?
I wouldn't say no to a new yacht.
You know what's really gross is the kind of people they are. All money and no taste.
That was a bit heavy. I don't think there's been a day in my life when I hadn't thought Sergeant Mum were ace.
What are you thinking, Mr. Tick, 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 tick?
Are your mum and dad happy?
With each other? No. They fight like politicians. It's only the money that's keeping them together.
I was hearing all this stuff from Vicky's head that nobody else had ever heard before.
Sorry. Don't get mad at me.
I don't think I was going to.
Oh, that's okay then.
In fact, the more Vicky let on, the more I wanted to take care of her. Mum always says that Having us kids made her and Sarge feel really happy.
I bet.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
A brother, but he's much older. That's him there.
I haven't seen him around Angela's.
No, you wouldn't have. Colin got into drugs, so Dad kicked him out and we haven't seen him since. Come on.
Sometimes you don't sound like you're the happiest person in the world.
No, but I'm the nicest. Tick, 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 tick.
What am I thinking? You know, global warming. How much I'd like to kiss you.
Are we serious?
We're popular. Why does everyone in the world want to know what step we're up to?
Oh, I don't know. Lockie, do you like me? Even though I'm stuffed up and totally crazed.
No. Makes it even better.
You were watching me in class for weeks, weren't you?
I'm always watching you. I mean, in a good way. Vicky looked gorgeous, and I think she was asking me if I was in love with her, which was a tough question to answer. Because I had no idea what it meant.
So what do you reckon the rest of the world thinks we've been up to?
Oh. You know, I reckon everyone thinks we're up to step 3. You know what step 4 is?
Why, so you can run back and tell all your friends?
Okay, here's the problem. What follows is, you know, well, it's a bit, you know. So maybe you should just read the little green book. Page 66. Okay. Anyway, so, meanwhile, global warming. Did you know that Australia...
My mum and Dad.
Well, I need to take it. I'm sorry.
You don't need to take it.
You two behaving yourselves?
Ah, this is Lockie.
Hey, I know. Dad's a cop. Clapped out Volvo.
Oh, Barry, will you hurry up? People are waiting for us at the club.
Yeah. I just came to get my Palm Pilot. Here it is. You see this, Larry? 2 gigabytes of memory, $500. I get it for 4.
Well done, you. Now, can we get going?
Oh, and Lenny. Tell your dad I'm an honest man. You do that for me?
Barry, we're leaving now. Thank you. Such a bad mood.
I need a kiss.
I need an ambulance.
The important thing about being in love, certainly with Barry and me, well, you have to keep an eye on the big picture.
You have to ask yourself the hard questions. What's the story? What is it that really keeps us together?
Is it the kids?
Is it the business? Is it the house? The property ladder? What's the cement here? Because everything else,
Love, your children.
they all come and go, but bricks and mortar, that lasts forever.
That's money in the bank.
Our first date had been amazing. At the same time, I felt as though I'd just been through boot camp with Vicky's stuffed-up family.
Lockie, you all right? You look a bit feverish.
I'm fine, Mum.
You know, I have always trusted you. That's why I know that you would never do anything or take any steps that
Mum,
might...
please. Everything's okay. You're better than all the other mums in the world.
Sit down. Now, Sarge and I have been talking, and given your special friendship with Vicky, we think it would be lovely if she could bring her parents around for tea. I guess they call you Sarge, mostly, don't they?
Sarge,
And
yep.
So it's Sarge and Mum.
And Mum. Yep,
Really?
Mum, too. Yep.
But you're Sarge.
I'm mainly
actually.
Sarge. Yeah, Sarge. Hey, you, occasionally.
Yes.
That comes into it. Hey, you.
What about you?
Oh, well, we've always been very comfortable with Christian names. We encourage Vicky to call us Barry and Sally.
That way we're all on the same page.
I hate them wanting me to call them by their first names. It's as if they never actually wanted to be parents.
I'm thinking there's this awesome girl, and she really needs me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The ladder of love? I reckon there's 2 of them, actually. One's about how far you can get, kissing a girl and stuff. But the other one's about falling in love. So I didn't go back to that smelly fort because I wanted to kiss Vicky especially. I went back because I figured out this was something that Vicky really needed. This must have been Vicky's safe place.
You spend your whole life thinking how great it would be to have a girlfriend. But you never think what you're going to do once you get one. Well, apart from the obvious stuff. Calm down, Rover.
You never think there's a real person there who you should try and get to know. Try and make them happy.
Lockie, I love you.
I still didn't know what love meant, but whatever I was feeling felt right. Better than anything I'd ever felt before. And that was something.